Yashodanandana Rajajanaranjana Yashodanandana Rajajanaranjana Yamunadira Vansari Yamunadira Vansari Śrimad Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Granthra Śrimad Bhāgavatam Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Jaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Hare Krishna. So verse 7. Hare Krishna. We are reading from Canto 4, Chapter 1, entitled Genealogical Table of the Daughters of Manu. Text 7. Toshaha pratoshaha santosho Bhadraha shantir idaspatihi Idmaha kavir vibhu swanhaha Sudevo rochano dvishat Toshaha pratoshaha santosho Bhadraha shantir idaspatihi Idmaha kavir vibhu swahanaha Sudevo rochano dvishat. Yes, you can recite.
Tosha pratosha santosho
Tosha pratosha santosho
Bhadra shantir idaspatihi
Bhadra shantir idaspatihi
Mahakavir vibhu swahana
Mahakavir vibhu swahana
Devo rochano dvishat
Devo rochano dvishat Tosha pratosha santosho Sudevo rochano dvishat Tosha patosha santosho Bhadraha shantir idaspatihi Idmaha kavir vibhu swahana Sudevo Rochano Vishak.
Tosha Pratosha Santosho.
Tosha Pratosha Santosho.
Bhadra Shantir Idaspatihi.
Bhadra Shanti Raspatihi.
Idma Kavir Vibhusvannaha.
Mahave Bhusvanaha.
Sudevo Rochano Dvishat.
Sudevo Rochano Vishak. What is this? Toshaha Pratoshaha Santosho. Bhadraha Shantilaspatihi. Idmaha Kavir Bhusvanaha. Sudevo Rochano Vishak. Translation: The 12 boys born of Yajna and Dakshina were named Tosha, Pratosha, Santosha, Bhadra, Shanti, Idaspati, Idmaha, Kavi, Vibhu, Swahana, Sudeva and Rochana. I'll also read the text 8, translation and purport. Tushita nama te deva asam swam. Oh, you want to recite this also? I'll just read through. Tushita nama te deva asam swam bhavantare marichi mishra rishayo yagya sura ganeshwaraha. Translation: During the time of Swambhu Manu, these sons all became the demigods, collectively named the Tushitas. Marichi became the head of the 7 rishis and Yajna became the king of the demigods Indra. Purport: During the life of Swambhu Manu, 6 kinds of living entities were generated from the demigods known as Tushitas, from the sages headed by Marichi, and from the descendants of Yajna, the king of the demigods. And all of them expanded their progeny to observe the order of the Lord, to fill the universe with living entities. These 6 kinds of living entities are known as Manus, Devas, Manuputras, Amshavataras, Sureshwaras, and Rishis. Yajna, being the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, became the leader of the demigods Indra. Om Jnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sopadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganam Lalitam Shri Sagunaragutam Shri Vishakam Vitamsha. He Krishna Garuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Ramastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Mancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhe Vacha Paritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shandivadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So I'm feeling very blessed to be here in this holy abode of Shri Radha Govinda, Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, and Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be here. I'm happy to see all of you. So briefly we'll discuss about this verse of Śrimad Bhāgavatam. So herein basically the dynasty of Swambhu Manu is being described over here. Lord Brahma has been given charge of secondary creation to populate the universe. Now just imagine who is Lord Brahma. Swambhu, Lord Brahma is described as Swambhu. Of course here is Swambhu Manu, but Swambhu means one who is self-born. Brahma is not born in a regular fashion from any, from the parents, from the mother's womb. So Brahma is born directly from the Supreme Lord, from his navel. So his birth is extraordinary. He is considered as the son of the Lord. Brahma is considered as the son of the Lord because he is directly born from the Lord. And not just that, Lord himself has revealed the whole Bhāgavatam in nutshell in 4 verses within the heart of Brahma. The 4 heads of Brahma also contains the 4 Vedas, and from his 4 mouths also emanates the Vedic sound, the Vedic knowledge. So Lord Brahma, he himself says, I studied the Vedas very scrutinizingly 3 times. So Lord Brahma, he knows the Vedas, he knows the purport of the Vedas. Bhāgavatam has been revealed by the Lord himself within his heart. He is the son of the Lord. Not just that, he is empowered by the Lord in the secondary creation. Right? The Lord does a primary creation and Lord Brahma is empowered in the secondary creation. The Lord shook hand with him. Just imagine. Second canto described. So Lord Brahma is not an ordinary personality. He is enlightened by the Lord and he is empowered by the Lord to function as a secondary creator. Now, in spite of all this, Lord Brahma faces so many obstacles in the path of his service, in the path of secondary creation. Just imagine Lord Brahma, his first children, the first set of children, the Chatushkumaras. He created them, his Manas Putras, and he asked them that as the sons, your duty is to follow me, and my duty which has been assigned to me is the work of creation. So now you help me. They said, we will become brahmacharis. Sorry. So just imagine at the very outset of his service, Lord Brahma is an empowered person. He's been blessed by the Lord, enlightened by the Lord. In the very first attempt, it's a failure. And then Lord Brahma becomes angry. And there comes Rudra. And first thing is the obstacle, big obstacle. They just directly refuse. Now whatever has been created, the Rudras begin to destroy that. The second step is a serious reversal. So first step, roadblock. You can't move ahead. And the second step itself is a serious reversal. Opposite of that happens, what Brahma wants to do. And then Lord Brahma, so then Lord Brahma, the Rudras active, and then Lord Brahma then tells them, now you just undergo meditation. Right? They started destroying the whole universe. So just the opposite, and then Lord Brahma asked them to perform the meditation, to meditate on the Supreme Lord for the welfare of the universe, specified them. Then Lord Brahma created some sages, and the work of creation progressed, but it was very slow, very slow. Lord Brahma achieved the first breakthrough in the process of creation when he created Swambhu Manu. That was the first breakthrough achieved, and Lord Brahma got some hope that now the work of creation will proceed, and Swambhu Manu and of course Shatrupa, they both were created, and Lord Brahma, and they both were very submissive to Lord Brahma, and Lord Brahma said, now you have to carry out the work of the creation, and Swambhu Manu said, but where is the earth? Right? So the place where they are supposed to create, suddenly there was inundation and the earth went inside the Garbhoda ocean. So now just imagine, now Lord Brahma, he is trying to find the right person to create, and he got the right person in place, and the post is missing. Basically the place where to populate, the earth is missing now. And then Lord Brahma remembers the Supreme Lord, Lord Varahadev comes to rescue the earth. And then Maitreya combined the two narrations. Varahadev comes in the first Manvantara and he comes in the sixth Manvantara, Chakshusha Manvantara. The first Swayambhuva Manvantara, sixth is Chakshusha Manvantara. He combines those two stories and narrate. So finally the earth is restored, and then okay, now you create. Right? So Swayambhu Manu has 5 children: Akuti, Prasuti, Devhuti, 3 daughters and 2 sons. And now Brahma has got the hope that the work of creation will proceed. So important point here I want to highlight is that a person of the caliber of Lord Brahma, who is carrying out the mission given directly by the Lord. Just imagine, this task has been given directly by the Lord himself, the work of populating the universe, the work of creation. And a person who has been enlightened by the Lord, who is the son of the Lord, who is empowered by the Lord to the extent that Lord had handshake with Lord Brahma, empowered him. That person faces so much struggle in the process of creation, so many obstacles, one after another. So therefore, sometimes as devotees we may feel, we want to preach, we want to serve. Why are there so many obstacles? Why are there so many challenges and so much struggle? I just want to serve. But still, in the process of devotion service where we want to expand the preaching, we want to just serve, we meet with so many, or we are faced with so many struggles, so many challenges. So sometimes we think, why does Krishna not help and remove all of this and have the path very clear so that we can effectively increase Krishna's mission, we can preach. Lord Brahma is carrying out Krishna's mission only. He is not doing anything whimsically. So, yes, so many times we may feel that and we may doubt whether I am doing the right thing, or does the process of devotional service work? Is Krishna still in charge? Does Krishna still know that his devotees are trying to serve him? And because there are so many difficulties and obstacles on the path of devotional service. Sometimes the devotees may struggle more than even those who want to enjoy outside. Devotees may struggle more in their devotional service at times than the people who are turned away from Krishna, who are just trying to enjoy material energy. The Bhāgavatam revealed again and again. Lord Brahma's example, take for Lord Brahma's example. Not just that, we were celebrating Ananta Chaturdashi a few days back. On Monday was Ananta Chaturdashi? Sunday was Ananta Chaturdashi? Yeah. So, the Chaturdashi is a disappearance of Haridas Thakur. 16 September, yeah, Monday. So, just imagine, again, we are talking about Lord Brahma here, and Lord Brahma comes as Navacharya Haridas Thakur. Right? So, the two narrations are connected. And he is, at times we feel, that we are chanting Hare Krishna, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Right? And let's see Navacharya Haridas Thakur. He is the person who is Acharya who has revealed the glories of the holy name, who is deeply taken shelter of the holy name, who always chant the holy name. He is considered, because he is born in the Muslim family, the Hindus, they despise him. And they say that he has polluted our religion. So all the Brahmanas and the Hindus are against him. And because he is chanting the Lord's name, all the Muslims are also against him. You see his life, both the Hindus and the Muslims, his own people and the people who are against him, they always condemn him. The Muslim Jamindar Ramchandra Khan, he sends the prostitute. Another Brahmana, Gopal Chakravarti, he challenges him, what kind of preaching you are doing? And he challenges him, I'll cut off your nose, and so on and so forth. He was tested by the prostitute, then Mayadevi came herself to allure him. He went to Jagannath Puri. He is not allowed to see Jagannath even once, only except Rath Yatra. Right? Namacharya Haridas Thakur. You see his life, beaten in 22 marketplaces. See his life, he is constantly being tormented by both the Muslims and Hindus. Both his people and the people against him. That is Namacharya Haridas Thakur. Same Lord Brahma whom we are talking of. Right? So, his life is not an easy-going life. It is a great struggle. So, the point we want to discuss is, in the material world, the expectation that Krishna should minimize my struggle, Krishna should help me overcome all the challenges, all the difficulties in an easy way, and there is expectation, because I am carrying out his mission, I am carrying out preaching on his behalf, I am carrying the instruction of Prabhupada, who is his pure devotee. So why should I be meeting with difficulties, challenges, conflicts, so many struggles in life? That understanding itself is problematic. So we think the path of bhakti probably is working or not, but we are having some wrong conceptions actually. So the nature of this material world is struggle. So if we are struggling, we should not see that there is something wrong which is happening. If there is a struggle, if there are difficulties, some challenges, conflicts, this and that in this material world, that is expected. That is expected. Like one person expressed to His Holiness Devamrit Swami Maharaj, he said, Maharaj, I am struggling too much with the anarthas, I am trying to chant the holy names, but my mind wanders here and there, and the anarthas are tormenting from the within. I am struggling too much. Maharaj said, congratulations, you are on the right path of the Mahajanas. See the path of the Mahajanas. They all have struggled. They all have struggled. So he congratulated that you are on the right path. It's not abnormal. It's not abnormal. And actually speaking, we learn much more from the struggles of great souls than from their success stories. Take the example of Prabhupada. There is a greater lessons to be learned from their struggles than from the success stories. Prabhupada gives up his family, he completely renounces, he then finally shuts down his business and starts full-time preaching venture in Jhansi in India first. He sees a building, he is given the use of a building, and Prabhupada sees the name of the building is engraved on the stone outside. He just brushes off all the dust, removes all the dust and sees the name of the building is, who knows the name of the building at Jhansi where Prabhupada began the mission? What's the name of the building? Yes?
Begins with Radha.
Huh?
Begins with Radha.
Radha Memorial. Radha's Memorial. Prabhupada said this building is named on the name of Radharani. She is blessing us. And then Prabhupada further sees there is an inscription of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is blessing us. Right? So we have Hare Krishna Mahamantra is engraved, Radharani's name is engraved. This place is just suitable for our preaching purpose. Prabhupada felt very encouraged. He started using and he started preaching. But after some time, the wife of a governor, the wife of K.M. Munshi, she said, I want this place. And she is the wife of a governor. She told the owner, I need this place for the women's welfare. Prabhupada said, we are doing universal welfare. Women welfare is included in us. Right? We have a bigger cause. So you join us. This is a greater cause. You join us. But she was relentless. She would not compromise anything. And Prabhupada said, I am retired now. There is some understanding between the owner and Prabhupada. I can challenge him in the court, I can fight. But then, she is the wife of governor. In India, you don't get a fair justice like that. There is a political influence, so she is going to win the case, in most probably. So therefore, Prabhupada said, there is no point in just fighting the case. And in India, it's a big botheration also, legal battle and all that. I am now retired from all of this. Prabhupada decides to quit. After his first initiative to full-time preach Krishna consciousness in Jhansi met with an utter failure. And then Prabhupada is trying to come to US. In the meantime, he gets an invite from Japan. You could make a cultural presentation of Krishna consciousness in Japan. And Prabhupada felt again very encouraged. And then he planned what he's going to present. And then he liaisoned with the Japanese artist. And then Prabhupada, decided to present the summer and the autumn season in Vrindavan. And that through a cultural depiction. So Prabhupada liaisoned with an artist and he wrote, compiled what he wants to present and sent it to be presented in the form of paintings. So there will be paintings and there will be lessons, and that's how he decided he will present. And he felt very encouraged that I'll be able to make this presentation in Japan, and then probably with their help of the Japanese government and some sponsors, he will be able to take this movement throughout the world. And the Japanese government said, yes, Swamiji, we are happy, we will host you, we will bear all your charges, but you have to bear the cost of ticket of coming to Japan. So Prabhupada wrote to the government of India that I am going to present this, so you should sponsor my ticket. I am ambassador, spiritual ambassador from India. You sponsor my ticket. Government refused. Prabhupada approached all those who were known to him. He knocked every possible door. But he did not get the fare to go to Japan. At last he wrote to the Japanese government that I am coming to do good to you people. All the Japanese will benefit. You please sponsor my ticket. Whatever he wrote the person with whom he was communicating, he tried every possible way, but he did not get the ticket. Imagine, for this event, the paintings are ready and Prabhupada worked hard for several months to prepare what is going to present. He was looking forward to expand this mission, which is the instruction of his spiritual master, which is the desire of Lord Chaitanya. But he could not go. Just imagine. Very pure intention, expand the pure mission, but he could not go. Again, an utter failure. But Prabhupada, those who were observing Prabhupada at that point of time, especially at one point of time, Prabhupada was staying in the Scindia colony. What's the name of the lady who gave Prabhupada a free passage? Sumati Morarji. So she had this steamship company, and she had a colony of her employees in Bombay near Andheri. So Prabhupada was staying there, and those who observed Prabhupada's life, they remarked a very beautiful observation, a very beautiful lesson. They remarked that Swamiji would at times looked disappointed. Swamiji at times looked disappointed, but he was never to be discouraged. Meaning what? He had many struggles, he had many disappointments, many failures, but he was never to be discouraged. He would come, he looked disappointed, he would come, take bath, chant his evening Gayatri, offer praise to the Lord, begin his work of translation, and they would see, we just saw him disappointed, again he looks energetic. Next day again he had the fresh energy to again try to serve the mission of Guru and Vaishnava, right? To serve the mission of his Guru and Gauranga. So though he was disappointed, he was never discouraged, meaning he never gave up. If the Lord doesn't want me to go this way, he has chosen some other way. Right? He wants me to preach in some other way. If not this place, if not Jhansi, then probably Japan. If not Japan, some other place. So Prabhupada was a person who may be disappointed, and we all face disappointment, but he was never to be discouraged, meaning he would never give up. Here the word discouraged means to be give up. So we may have many setbacks in life, but let's not give up. If Krishna has closed few doors, there is surely some door he will open for us, where he wants us to go through, and and then we'll be able to effectively carry out the mission of Guru and Gauranga beyond our expectation also. Right? So therefore, the Prabhupada met so much, he faced so much struggles, so many utter failures. I just described two, but there were several. Even after coming here, for 1 year, one after another, there were many struggles, challenges. Even Prabhupada got a free ticket to come to US, but to get all the clearances from India, there was a form called P form. Right? He had to get the bank clearance, P form. He would go to the bank, and he would walk 7 to 8 miles. He would walk 7 to 8 miles to go to the bank, because he didn't even have the bus fare. And in India, the bus fare is very cheap. It's not at all. Even today, the bus fare is hardly anything. So the public transportation is very affordable, very economic. But Prabhupada would walk 5 to 7 miles one side and come back walking, because he could not even afford the bus fare. Just imagine. Could not even afford the bus fare. And he had to, not once, twice, so many times he had to visit to get this some kind of silly P form clearance. There are so many bureaucratic procedures, so many clearances to be done. Even after he got the free passage, there were several struggles and several challenges he had to endure. But Prabhupada was a person who would never give up. He would never give up, because he had this deep faith that the Lord may close certain doors. I am trying to serve the Lord as per the best of my plan, but thy plan is better than my plan, basically. So at times we make many grand plans to expand the mission, to serve the Lord, and we may meet with many challenges, struggles, or even failures. We have to keep a faith that yes, thy plan is better than my plan. I have to simply wait what's ultimately the Lord's plan for me to serve. So we have to wait for that, and the Lord will surely, if He has closed certain doors, He will surely open some door for us so that we can effectively serve Him, expand His mission, and also grow. So now this is one thing. All the great devotees we discussed, Lord Brahma, Haridas Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, they had to face several challenges, several obstacles, so many struggles. One thing we discussed is we learn more through struggles than through success stories. That is the first thing. We grow more through the struggles than through the success. Right? So we learn more through the struggles, we grow more through the struggles. In India, there is a farmer, organic farmer. He plants a tree, a sapling, and then he creates a trench which is 1 feet. When he just plants the sapling, he creates a water trench which is 1 feet away. Like we pour the root at the water the root, but he pours the water 1 feet away, and he says this plant should struggle to obtain the water. The roots will grow. The water is at a distance, and then after the plants grow, he will pour the water 2 feet away. He will create a trench 2 feet away and just pour the water there. The plant will have to struggle to take the water nourishment, because the plant wants the nourishment. The water is little away. The plant can sense the water, but it cannot easily get it. So the roots are forced to go and get the nourishment from there, and then over there the plant grow further. And he keeps increasing the diameter of the trench, and then he had certain trees in which there were 500 coconuts on one tree. The tree grew so strong, the fruits were abundant and the fruits were very sweet, because that tree grew through a great struggle. So the fruits of struggle are abundant and very sweet. So the struggle is not always bad. That's the important point. Krishna makes his devotee go through different struggles for a purpose. We learn through the struggle and we grow through the struggle. Just this example of a plant. So we grow through the struggle, and we also grow through the struggle, and we deepen our surrender to the Lord through this struggle. We deepen our surrender to the Lord's struggle. So therefore, all the struggles of life have a purpose, and Bhāgavatam describes again and again how those who are directly connected with the Lord, directly empowered by the Lord, enlightened by the Lord, personalities like Brahma, Haridas Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, even they underwent great struggle, but keeping full faith that this is also the sweet will of the merciful Lord. It has a great purpose, and therefore we should not feel, we may feel, as I said, disappointed, but we should not give up the process. We should have every hope. We should have every hope that yes, surely the Lord's merciful hand is there, and He will open up some way for me to go ahead in my Krishna consciousness. So these are some thoughts in this process of creation. Hare Krishna. If you have any comment, any question, you may ask at this point of time. We have 10 minutes. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for such an inspiring class. I always find it such a beautiful thing that the struggle is actually what gives us growth. Even just examples of nature. So to speak of opportunity instead of a problem. But what I find is when I'm seeing others struggle, I have that envy in my heart. It's like
You have the?
envy or like pride, kind of like seeing others who are struggling, and it's like a lack of compassion. You know, it's like, oh well, Krishna's just putting them through this so that they can come closer to him. But then I feel like sometimes I might lack compassion, and then so how can I guess how can I better have a better vision when other devotees are going through a struggle while still understanding that Krishna's arranging these things.
Hare Krishna. Your name, Prabhu? Narada Muni Prabhu. Thank you for asking this amazing question, very deep and insightful question. What I just discussed is the mood to be imbibed by a person who is undergoing struggle. But as devotees, when we see others devotees undergoing struggle, we should go all the way out to help that devotees, to empathize with that devotee, to pray for that devotee feelingly, so that we can minimize the struggle, and that is devotee care. That is devotee care. So the devotees should not, we should not even say that, Krishna is giving you this struggle so that you can grow. Our duty is to share that struggle. Give a shoulder, be with that person and say that I am there with you. I am there with you. So therefore, one thing is Krishna is also giving the struggle to the devotees, because it said that prosperity divides and calamity unites. When there is prosperity, just see the example when one of the disciples of Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur sponsored the Gaudiya Math. There was a huge palatial facility, there was a fight. He said, oh, we were in a small place, we were all living together. So at times the adversity unites because there is external difficulty and the devotees are united, and prosperity at times seems to divide. So therefore, one way is when there is a struggle, the devotees should come together. It should unite the devotees. And we should go all the way out to ease that struggle of other devotees. That I am there for you. So that's very important. That's a purpose. That's another purpose of struggle, I would say. Right? That's another purpose of struggle, to bring the devotees close to each other and close to Krishna. So there are several examples of that also. Prabhupada himself was very concerned. He would go all the way out to see that he gives the best facilities for his devotees. Just like in Mayapur, Sridham Mayapur, as we were just discussing yesterday at 26 2nd Avenue, the very first building in the international headquarters of ISKCON was a long building which was for the devotees. Even before Prabhupada created anything for the deities, he created facilities for the devotees to stay, so they are comfortable. So Prabhupada had always that, he wanted his devotees to be, properly situated, healthy, assisting each other, serving each other, so that they together, there is a synergy. They together can effectively expand the mission and serve Guru and Gauranga. So devotees have to stand for each other. But this is internal mood should be of every devotee. This is also Tatyanukampam. This is also Krishna's mercy. This struggle is also Krishna's mercy. Right? But we don't say to other devotees that this is Krishna's mercy. Lord Chaitanya, again see, Lord Chaitanya has come to give the highest love. But when he sees his personal servant shivering in the cold, Shankar Pandit sleeps with the Lord in Gambhira at Jagannath Puri. He has been appointed by the other devotees to sleep with the Lord. So Shankar Pandit sleeps with the Lord, and Lord sees sometimes he bit of shivering due to cold at night. Lord Chaitanya removes his own blanket and puts it over Shankar Pandit. He doesn't say, this struggle is good for you. When other devotees are struggling, we have to go all the way out to ease their struggle. And Krishna is pleased by that. Krishna wants the devotees to take care of each other. Krishna is pleased by that. The Lord exemplifies. Haridas Thakur says, I am unfit to come to take darshan of Lord Jagannath. Then Lord Chaitanya goes to him to meet him every day, to compensate. So in another way, Lord Jagannath goes to meet him every day. Right? And he also takes prasadam for him every day for Haridas Thakur. So that should be the mood of the devotees, for other devotees. Hare Krishna. I hope that answers your question. Hare Krishna.
So this is about when someone else is going through a struggle. Sometimes if we ourselves are going through a struggle, and especially when we are in some position, then we by default start expecting others also to go through the same austerities because we are going through it, and that may sometimes seems like we are very hard-hearted or emotionless, expecting people to do too much because we are doing too much. How to navigate that situation?
Okay, so if I am getting your question, you are saying that if we are undergoing something, the hard struggle, then we expect others also to do, to ease our struggle, or I am having austere, okay, not a struggle, but I am having austere lifestyle, I am undergoing austerity, forced austerity, or voluntary austerity. Self-imposed.
Yes.
Okay, like I am taking only say once a day in Chaturmas, I am eating once a day, or I sleep late and get up early, very early, and then fine. So I have voluntarily taken some austere lifestyle.
Yes.
Okay,
and
then
maybe knowingly or unknowingly, you become a little hard-hearted towards others.
okay,
And especially if you're in a position, then
Yeah.
you start expecting others to also pull up their socks and become more austere.
okay, okay,
That may sometimes seem that we
Yes.
are very hard-hearted or we are very
Yes.
fanatic or something like that.
yes.
So how to navigate that situation?
Okay, how to navigate the situation? Now we are expecting. Now you are asking the question from the viewpoint of a person who is very austere, or
Yes.
from the follower who is expected to be also austere, like the person who is leading.
From a person who is austere.
From the viewpoint of a person who is austere,
If I am making
and he is expecting others to be also austere.
Yeah, knowingly or unknowingly, especially if he is in a position, then position of authority.
So he expects others also to follow his footsteps basically, and to have austere lifestyle.
Yeah.
So from his perspective, what is the question then from that person's perspective?
The question is that the person might seem a very hard-hearted person because he is expecting a lot from
Others may see him to be hard-hearted.
Yes. The others may see him to be
To be hard-hearted.
or emotionless person
Yes.
because he's being very expecting a lot from others. So how
Okay.
to handle that situation?
Yeah. See, now again the situation has to be seen from two perspectives. As a leader, as the person who is the leader, in general we have to understand, and we have to train our leaders to be strict with oneself but to be lenient with others. Right? And then one's own strict example will inspire, rather than enforced discipline, let his example inspire others. Right? Example inspire others. And Prabhupada was such a leader, and they saw him. Prabhupada would not even ask, he would cook, he would clean up, he would cook, he would serve, he would clean up, and they saw, they said, Swamiji, can we help you? Kind of, they themselves came, they saw that this person is himself doing all the thing and all that, so he inspired. So basically a leader, rather than imposing, should inspire the followers. That's one thing on the leadership part. And on the followers side, yes, if there are such expectations from a leader, then if that person is sincere in one's own practice, right, we should at least appreciate, this person is having a pure lifestyle, austere lifestyle, he has a pure intention to serve the Lord, pure intention to serve Prabhupada, he is my well-wisher. At least we should appreciate that part. And then we can express if we are feeling too much of difficulty, if feeling too much of expectation and being burdened by that, we can open up communication and say that I really appreciate that you want to set the highest standards, but somehow I need some more time to come up to the standard, so please allow me. So like that. So in this way we have to see, we may need some time, but we should not feel that we should not have any kind of ill feelings towards the leader, because he is our well-wisher. Right? So we should at least appreciate the intentions, their intention, their own pure desire to serve and so on, and that will help. So basically the whole thing is that we don't go into any kind of negative consciousness. See, in any challenge, in any struggle, in any difficulty, you don't let your consciousness degrade. Don't become negative. Don't succumb to negativity of this world. Even if you win against somebody, but you create offenses, heartbreaks, you are a failure. But if you can avoid the ill feelings, creating offenses, or such and such, and if you are not able to solve a problem also, you are actually successful. You are successful. So the real success is success of one's consciousness. You solve the problem, but you could be a loser. Just like of course, I'll not go into another story. But in general, the success through a struggle is not that how you could minimize the struggle and so on and so forth, but how you could keep a good consciousness through a struggle. So we all have to, Krishna arranges a necessary struggle for all of us. Now, what happens is, we increase that struggle by our wrong perceptions and our wrong decisions, actually. So Krishna gives us some struggle, but we aggravate it through wrong perceptions and through wrong decisions. To give an example, like I went to one Ayurvedic physician, and I asked him, I said, see, when you get a disease, is it because of karma or is it because of our wrong habits, eating and lifestyle? He said 20% karma, 80% your wrong decisions. Meaning what? Yes, there is some necessary struggle that comes into our life, but we can either magnify it or minimize it through our right understanding and through our right response and consciousness, basically. So many a times there is some struggle, but we aggravate it. We aggravate it. And the 80% of the problem is due to our own, created by our own minds, actually, 80% of it. Otherwise, it would be much easy to deal with it. If we can just understand how to properly take it, how to properly respond, and so on. So keeping a good positive consciousness is important. Whatever requires to be done for that, we may have to do it, but don't succumb to negativities. Because Krishna is supremely positive, and if we are keeping that positive connection with him, we will not, we will not dip into the negativities, basically, right? So I'm not sure if I have exactly answered, but some thoughts. Hare Krishna. Okay, so already is few minutes above 9. You want to ask? So should we extend question answer session, or suggest, or you could talk to me individually also? Who will take the decision? Hare Krishna. Just a minute. I asked one thing. Should we continue the question answer session or should we continue? Okay, fine. Yes, Prabhu.
Negating statements, if we struggle and we go through the struggle in our consciousness, we advance, but if there is no struggle, we don't advance as much.
Sorry. If there is no struggle, we don't advance too much? Oh, okay. Another good question. What if there is no struggle, you are saying? Well, by nature, Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. Well, if there is no struggle, then Krishna is. You see that every situation Krishna has created for you, it just meant for you to advance, basically. So okay, sorry. So you take that Krishna is giving me good health, a good association. So let me take full advantage of it. And in due course of time, as I said, for every person there are necessary struggles, and Krishna has also many great opportunities of service. So it's not that there are always struggle. The Lord sends many wonderful opportunities of service, many wonderful opportunities of advancing in Krishna consciousness. So when you have, there are waves, there is the high tide and the low tide. So you take advantage of each. So you're having a nice association, good health, take advantage of it, to absorb yourself in Krishna consciousness. And we wish that the devotees, we don't desire struggles for devotees. But Krishna knows what is best for us, basically. So through every situation, we want to enhance our Krishna consciousness. Even when Kunti Maharani asks for struggles, or she says, let there be difficulties or calamities again and again, right? That famous prayer of Kunti Maharani. She is not actually asking for the difficulties per se. Her mood is, when there were difficult times, you were with us. Now it's a good time, you are leaving us. Only if you are with us in difficult times, then let there be difficulties always, because we want you to be always with us. So what she is asking is, let Krishna be always with us, not the difficulty. So it's not that we desire or we are against good times, we want more struggle so that we can grow more, not like that. We can grow through good times also. Krishna gives many wonderful moments and so on and so forth. What we want is to enhance our Krishna consciousness. Okay? So take the opportunity to do that, and through every situation, basically. To every situation, and that's the success. Does it answer the question? Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay, so thank you very much for your patient hearing and enthusiastic participation. Once again, grateful to all of you for giving me this opportunity to be here, and I'm very happy to meet many of my good friends over here. Param Brahm Prabhu is here, and Revati Raman Prabhu, right? Revati Nandan Prabhu. I met him in Mayapur Institute also. And so I met some of you in my last visit also. So happy to see all of you once again. Hare Krishna. Jai Gurantara Śrimad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande.